Hello, Westford. Community Preservation Committee members will begin evaluating funding requests in the coming weeks. Kevin Regan updates us on the playground fundraising campaign he's spearheading. And our feature of the week spotlights Edie Fuscione, chair of the Dog Park Task Force. I'm Ira Keltz, and it's time for WestfordCAT News. Members of the Community Preservation Committee met on January 16th to begin reviewing applicants' funding requests. According to CPA Administrator Jesse Bayer, the undesignated fund balance is $2.7 million, with a total of $6.9 million in requests for the fiscal year that began July 1st. Here's Chair Kathleen Healy briefing the committee on an unusual request for a pickleball court.
Oh, well, they gave us quite an education. They showed us the little autographed paddles and...
Oh, they come with the paddles?
Yeah, and there was a good group of them. There were about a dozen of them anyway, so
yeah.
they made a good, plea for it. So they made the case for pickleball, how many people would use it, how it's healthy, how it's kind of a light paddle and exercise. And
I actually saw it on ESPN, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You what?
the seniors tournament.
So it's a real thing,
Oh,
huh?
it is?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're not making any decisions now, but that was interesting.
Community preservation funds are raised through a 3% property tax surcharge, as well as state matching funds. The money can only be used for historic preservation, open space purchases, recreational needs, and affordable housing. The committee's recommendations will go before annual town meeting voters this March. Former day school principal Kevin Regan stopped by the WestfordCAT studio on January 11th to give Joyce Polino Crane an update on his ongoing fundraising campaign. Regan, who retired in June, is the former principal of the day school and now the chair of the day school playground development team. He and his committee are raising money for a new playground at the elementary school and have submitted an application to the Community Preservation Committee for $100,000. Here's Crane asking Regan how much he expects to raise.
So let's talk money, because playgrounds are expensive.
Yeah, extremely expensive.
And that's what your role is to find a way to fund this. Mm-hmm. So how much is the estimate for this wonderful structure?
We received a quote of $159,000 from School Specialty, and with some other expenses, we're looking at about $171,000 that we want to raise.
Later in the interview, Regan explained the importance of unstructured play for children.
The American Academy of Pediatrics has really been a leader in the industry, saying how much play is important for children. For their cognitive development, for them to apply their creative thought, to use their imagination, to follow rules. I mean, that's really a life skill that we hope translates to, when they, if they choose to, are driving a vehicle. Just knowing right from wrong. So, there are just so many benefits to the playground.
Regan and his team recently launched a Buy a Brick campaign, which will become a walkway at the playground. To make a purchase, visit dayschoolbricks.com, and you can find the entire Main Street Westford interview with Regan at westfordcat.org. Here's our news director Joyce Polino Crane with a highlight from the Board of Health meeting.
Thanks, Ira. In an emergency meeting, Board of Health members condemned a multifamily property at 472 Groton Road, owned by Charles D. Donato, who lives next door at 476 Groton Road. According to Health Agent Ray Dick, the three-family dwelling has had no running water since early December. 2 of the units have been without heat throughout the sub-zero temperatures of early January. On January 17th, when the board met, the unit still had no heat and water. Here's Chairman Zach Cataldo and other board members questioning DiDonato.
When you realized from your tenants that there was no water or heat, why didn't you put them up in some
They
kind of
didn't want to
housing?
leave. Number one, they didn't want to leave, and secondly, the third floor had heat. They have electric heat. The second floor had space heaters.
That's not water, though.
I would.
And that's
I
not
live right
heat.
next door. I brought water over to them twice a day.
The letter from your third floor tenant says that you only offered them to be in a hotel for one night. So, I mean, it did occur to you to put your tenants up in a hotel, but it only occurred to you to put them up for one night. Maybe you thought you were going to have your heat back on the next night. When that didn't happen, why didn't you put them up until you had heat back in the building?
I talked to them 2 days ago. They want to be there.
Well, not according to this letter.
Well, how old is that letter?
This is from the 16th, so yesterday.
Well, I saw them either yesterday, the day before.
They wanted to be in a building with no heat and no water.
They have heat.
Third floor.
They have no running
No
water.
running water.
Right. But I was delivering water to them twice a day.
You weren't delivering potable water to them in the fashion that they could take showers so that they could
No,
cook. so
but I
that-
offered my house, and I live next door to them, to use my bathroom to take a shower if they so
Did they take you
choose.
up on that?
No.
About the second floor. They have no heat and no hot water.
They have heat.
They don't. A
Yeah,
space heater is
not
not a
heat.
heat. We were talking about minus 10-degree weather during this little cold snap. That is not heat. You know, and you should know, if you've been a landlord for 40 years, that this is unacceptable. And if you should have moved those people out and left them in those places until that unit, that whole house was fixed according to Article 2, period.
They wanted to stay.
They don't, I'm sorry, but that place is unfit for human habitation. They don't get to stay until it is in a condition that a human being should live in it. That's deplorable. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Watch the entire Board of Health meeting at WestfordCAT.org. Back to you, Ira.
And now, our feature of the week. If there's a volunteer in town who could be called tenacious, it's Edie Fouchione. About 2 years ago, Fouchione sent out 200 letters to dog owners gauging their interest in creating a dog park in town. She got 25 responses and thus began a search for a parcel of land. The land at the Graniteville ballparks was considered, as well as a parcel along Plain Road at the Nabnasset School and a parcel on Farmer Way at the Stony Brook School. But with each site, Fouchione and her committee faced resistance.
I'm kind of getting tired of talking about this dog park. Everybody wants one. No one wants it. It's a NIMBY thing. So I think our decision at the next meeting either needs to be we're going to have one or we're not, and be done with it. And if we are, which one are we choosing and taking to town meeting?
Finally, Town Manager Jody Ross steered Fouchione and the Dog Park Task Force to a 1-acre parcel on Gage Lane. But task force members ultimately decided the land was too small for their needs. Fouchione then appeared before Selectmen on January 9th to ask for the Farmer Way parcel. But Selectmen declined to vote and handed the matter over to the Parks and Recreation Commission.
I mean, this has been, we are playing whack-a-mole. And as I said at the last meeting, I've never been a part of something that's as much of a not in my backyard discussion as this has been every time we talk about a location. So at this point, my recommendation would be it gets included in all the work that's happening with the recreation master plan, and we see what happens.
Selectmen said they were not prepared to support a parcel located on school land without the support of the school committee. School committee members had voted against using Farmer Way for a dog park. Fouchione said she remains optimistic that the town will have a dog park, so perhaps we haven't seen the last of her. For more information on this, you can join the Facebook page entitled Westford Dog Park. Superintendent Everett Olson is here with an update on the town's public schools.
Hi, this is Superintendent of Schools Bill Olson with a school system update. Recently, I've finished working with our administrative team to put together the fiscal 2019 budget, and we have presented that to the town. In a meeting about 2 weeks ago, we met with the Finance Committee and the Selectmen, along with the School Committee, to present our budget and answer a number of excellent questions that both the Finance Committee and the Selectmen presented to us in an effort to understand how we spend our money, what we do in the school system, how we do it. There's always a question of can we do things more efficiently, which we are very, very much interested in at all times. To put our budget for fiscal 2019 in perspective, over the last 10 years, the town, through its voters and town meeting, have provided us with an average annual budget increase of 3.11%. Now, fiscal 2019 is going to be a particularly challenging fiscal year in that the town manager's recommended appropriation will be 1.5%. In other words, a 1.5% increase over our fiscal 2018 appropriation. Now, in addition to that is a 0.94% increase for the override amount that is explicitly dedicated to teacher salary adjustments, which voters voted to approve at the ballot box and also at town meeting. So it's going to be a very lean fiscal year for us. We have made about $1.3 million in reductions to the my proposed 2019 budget. So that's a little bit of information behind the priorities that we have established for fiscal 19 in the construction of the budget. At my next session with you, I'll review the $1.3 million in reductions that we were able to realize and how we were able to realize them to meet the town manager's recommended appropriation for fiscal 2019. This is Bill Olson. It's always good to talk with you, and I'll see you next time.
Rekha Sharma's here with a health tip on the benefits of tomatoes.
Hi everyone, I'm Rekha Sharma, your Ayurveda practitioner, back with a new health tip for WestfordCAT News. Today I'm going to talk about tomatoes. It is versatile and destroys most of the toxins. Being a rich source of vitamin C and antioxidants, reduces cancer. Tomatoes enhance the production of feel-good hormone, better brain function, and cognitive connections with others. Regular use of tomatoes promotes healthy blood clotting and lowers blood pressure. You can eat tomatoes in curries, salads, soups, and pasta. If you have any allergies to tomatoes, please contact your PCP before consuming. I'll be back with a new health tip. Bye for now.
Fresh after another snowfall in the region, Joe Seppi predicts the upcoming week's weather for us.
Hello, Westford! This is Joe Seppi with the weather forecast for this weekend, week of January 22nd. Your mind with the break is ahead with highs in the low 40s on most days. Here's what's coming up. That was the Westford weather. Have a great week, everyone.
Donna, Mary, and Patty would happily hop into your home. They're currently located at the Lowell Humane Society and are hoping you'll come visit. Here's Patty Stocker with more.
There's always new pets to see at the Lowell Humane Society on Broadway Street in Lowell. I stopped by recently and met Donna, Mary, and Patty, 3 adorable 2-month-old bunnies available now for adoption. Here's volunteer Mary Rockwood with more.
I am Mary Rockwood. I am a volunteer here at the Lowell Humane Society, and I have 3 lovely female bunnies that are ready to be up for adoption. They're 2 months old. They're ready to go to their forever home. They're absolutely adorable. They're very cuddly and they're very sweet. And we do have names for them. The blonde is Patty, this is Donna, and this is Mary. These guys love to have romaine lettuce, carrots, parsley. Kale is another one that they like to eat. Rabbit pellets is another staple of their diet. And they're very curious. They love to sit in your lap. And this one here, Patty's obviously very hungry. Loves to have her carrots and greens. They can each go to separate homes. I mean, if they do go together or one goes with another, that's fine too. But there's not a necessity for them to all go together.
If you'd like to learn more about Donna, Mary, and Patty, or any of the other pets available now for adoption, or if you'd like to learn how to volunteer, foster a pet, make a donation, or fill their wish list, go to lowellhumanesociety.org. Or visit them at 951 Broadway Street in Lowell. Call 978-452-7781. For WestfordCAT, I'm Patty Stalker.
And now, here's our Director of Outreach Marketing, Sarah Fletcher, with suggestions for things to do around town.
Thanks, Ira. Time to kick up your heels. There's a barn dance coming up at the Parish Center for the Arts on January 27th from 7:30 to 10 p.m. Newbies come early at 7 p.m. for some free instruction. Beth Parks will be calling and Au Contraire will play. Admission is $6 for adults. Students 21 and under will be admitted free of charge. Westford Academy Theatre Arts presents Peter and the Starcatcher, a play by Rick Elise, who wrote Jersey Boys and the Addams Family. The play is based on the 2004 novel by humorist Dave Barry and suspense writer Ridley Pearson. It's directed by Luke Jorgensen, who is an associate professor at Boston College. Performances take place February 2nd and 3rd at 7 p.m. and February 3rd and 4th at 2 p.m. Tickets are available online at mktix.com/WADA and at the box office at Westford Academy on Thursdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Author and historian Anthony Samarco will present the fascinating story of the famous Boston department store Jordan Marsh on Thursday, January 25th at 7 p.m. at the library. New England's largest store opened in 1851, selling assorted dry goods. By the 1970s, it had become a regional icon and the largest department store chain in the nation. Hear the rest of the story by attending this informative presentation. No registration is necessary. I'm Sarah Fletcher for WestfordCAT News. Back to you, Ira.
We leave you this week with a compilation of my own bloopers compiled by our news editor, Patty Stalker. Try not to laugh too hard.
Kermit the Frog here. Elmo, where's my money? Oh,
I'm sorry, go ahead. All right. Got a dog park update for you. And that horse farm that smells like horse farm has a new name and a new smell. I do like the fall. I can wear jackets with pockets. Patchouli, a stinky oil. Oh, sorry. Town officials and volunteers held a ground baking in an easy bake oven. Cupcakes. Rekha Sharma brings you a health tip on mushrooms this week. No, not that kind of mushrooms. I'm only shrooming, flesh and blood on me. 11 full-time dispatchers and 4 tart-timers. Meow. 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 You dirty cat. Meow. Here's a news clip from a PSA announcement he recorded this week at the WestfordCAT studio. By the way, his PSA numbers were a little low, citing concerns for prostate cancer. Yeah. The quest for a dog park by members of Dog Park Task Force. Johnny Quest. Dog Park. Where's Haji? State Representative James Arcero's La la la. Lowell. It's pronounced Lowell. La la la. La 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 la. Rekha Sharma's here with a health tip on how to cope with headaches. That's what she said. Rabbi Chaim Zalman Gurkow of Chabad National. Oh God, I can't even say that, even though I go there. And now's here, and now's here, and now's here. Layla is an 8-year-old song by Eric Clapton. No, sorry. The Community Christmas Chorus, not to be confused with the KKK, presented. Oh, sorry. Here's Patty Stalker with more. More what? Rekha Sharma's here with a health tip on the benefits of rye whiskey. No, try it again.